It's... Oh, and Maverick on the line!
Dixon in the driver's seat, Ingram behind him down the back straightaway. A little bit of juking out there. It's like a football field.
Yeah, taking some IndyCar lines down the back straightaway. Ingram really closes up on the back bumper of the 15. He's all over it as we go through 3 and 4. He's there on the bottom. He's to the inside. Coming to the checker flag. Oh, the big comes in. All 3 of them. Around.
Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Tom Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the HOBO Racing Truck Series live from the Kansas Speedway. As always, I'm your host, Joe Twansky. Alongside me tonight, the one, the only, the Ricky Collette. Welcome to the booth. Once again, Ricky, I feel like we didn't even leave the booth after last night with how late those races end. I wanted to sleep here, but Bristol said we couldn't stay because they had to do a bunch of graphic changes and signage changes, and plus, I don't think there's really a good place to put a sleeping bag up here in the booth. But welcome, Ricky. Well,
yeah, Joe, it's glad to be back here. Another night, another Kansas. It's crazy that in that short, less than 24-hour span since our last race, they pulled up all the pavement on this racetrack and put down 20-year-old asphalt, I should say. So, really quick work by the track workers here to turn this around. Should make for a really interesting race here. I'm really excited tonight.
Love the immersion break-in, Ricky. Love the immersion break-in. But, folks, we're going to have a fantastic race for you tonight, so you're going to want to stay tuned as always. But we are so happy that you're joining us here live from the Kansas Speedway. Qualifying currently going on. It's a 1.5 mile racetrack. Of course, you already know that. Again, this is presented by Circle B Diecast. Code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. 1.5 miles. We're going to be going 94 laps tonight here with the HOBO Racing trucks. 70 degrees and clear, so the track conditions are pretty optimal. And of course, it's myself and Ricky in the booth. Remember, Ricky, remember. Fixed setup, realistic damage. Do you think you can remember that throughout the night?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds like a big task.
You got it, Ricky. You got it. Fantastic races. I mean, that's what we've seen here at the HOBO trucks this year. We saw the opener at Daytona. We then went to Dover, Hattiesburg last week, and now the Kansas Speedway. A little bit of everything. You know, we had the Super Speedway. We had Dover, which is kind of it's its own class of intermediate. The short track last week at Hattiesburg, and now the 1.5 miles at Kansas. But they all produce very similar racing, don't they?
Yeah, they're always great. They're always close, and they're always just everyone through the field. Always just fantastic racing. You're always going to find action somewhere on the track here at HOBO Racing League. And tonight should be no exception. A great field out here. Looks like, a little over 30 cars, 34 trucks. There's my one for the night already. But 34 trucks here tonight, so we got close to a full field.
And that field now making their way on to the pit lane for happy hour practice. Ricky, you know what that means. It's time to take us through tonight's starting lineup.
All right, with pleasure, Joe. Starting on pole tonight at a time of 32.348 seconds. You know him, you love him. That light green Dodge Ram of Fugate in the 9 will be starting on pole position tonight. Herman Reese in the 73 truck will be joining him on the front row in that 73 Cadillac. Jeff Stekenis in the 31 will be starting 3rd. Harry Codian in 13 starting 4th. Last car on top 5 will be Mark DeSenza in the 33 truck. Austin LaPlante in that 48 Lowe's machine with a good qualifying time at 6th place tonight. Roger Nebelstex in the 51 will be rolling off 7th. Maverick in the other green 23 truck, the other green truck on track, will be starting 8th tonight. Keith McLean, the 28, will be starting 9th. Our top 10 will conclude with Duke Sorensen, the 59 truck. Andre Mangion in the 11th position in the 54 truck. Stéphane Martel in the 16 will be starting 12th. Ryan Johnson in the 78 starting 13th. Josh Boyer in the 41 starting 14th tonight, so he's going to be starting a bit further back in the field here. Expect him to move up. Ricky Bumbleau in the 85 will be starting 15th. is Dan Rubino in that 44 truck. A tale of two Binos here. I think we got both of them with Steve as well. But Dan's starting 16th tonight. Rod Luzier in the 94 will be starting 17th. Rich Napick in the 6 will be starting 18th tonight. The 91 truck of Jeff Rogers will be rolling off for the 19th position. The second Rubino, Steve Rubino in the 21, will be starting not 21st, but 20th tonight. Starting in 21st would be a new full-time racer, 15 truck of Tyler Stallhood. Gee, I wonder where I know that guy from. Rolling off in the 21st position, as I said. The 00 truck of Gary Jackson will be rolling off 22nd tonight. Rob Heath in 38 will be starting 23rd. Larry D in the 188 starting 24th. Ron Simpson in the 25 will be starting 25th. There we go. I like that consistency. John Palmer in the 108 starting 26th. Andre Rayom in the 34 will be rolling off 27th. Darryl Brown in the 86 will be rolling off 28th. TJ Hinsky in the 14 rolling off 29th. And the last truck to take a time tonight, qualifying time of 33.427. MT Johnson, the 06 truck, will be rolling off from the 30th position. Push Rod 17, that 17 truck will be rolling off 31st. Daniel Dupuis in the 24 will be starting 32nd. Rod Weston, the 19, starting 33rd. And shotgun on the tail of the field will be Richard Finkel in the 2 truck, starting 34th tonight. And that's going to be your starting lineup here tonight for this hobo race at Kansas Speedway.
A great field of tough truckers doing tough stuff here at the Kansas Speedway, folks. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit that like button on the video. It's free to do, and it's the best way to help support us here on JTN. And also, make sure you are subscribed to us here on JTN. Ricky, we've seen... Now, this is our 3rd Kansas race in a row here on JTN. You can watch all the others, of course, of, you know, live race replays go up right after the live stream concludes, but Thursday night we saw a race with some long green flag runs, a lot of tire wear, and guys really having to manage those tires. Last night, it was a night race, but it was a little bit warmer, and we had a little bit of wind. We saw those guys, you know, everyone was really good, and Cal Laval was so fast, and then late race restarts got him, and things kind of look similar to the way the NASCAR Cup Series race went today. What do you expect to see? How is this race tonight going to differ? How is it going to be the same? What do you expect to see out of these truckers?
Oh, Joe, I think it's going to be a little bit of both, to be honest, but I think the more it's going to draw from is is from Thursday night. A lot of tire wear is going to be at play here. A lot of having to preserve your stuff from a different way that USRL occurred on last night. Because the difference here is that this is the old surface that they're running tonight. And this isn't just the old surface. This is the old surface at the tail end of Kansas Speedway's last repay before 2011. So there's a lot of seams in this track. It's coarse. It's slick. You know, there's going to be a lot more maneuvering, I think, tonight. And a lot more... I think chance to use those 2 lines around here just because of the way the pavement is. But they're not going to be running super fast around here. They're topping out at about 168 on the straightaways and getting down to about, you know, 150, 145 in the turn. So they're slowing down a lot. I think there's going to be a little bit of draft here because it's the trucks. I think that will play into this somewhat. But I think it's going to be, like I said, a little bit of both, but more leaning towards what we saw on Thursday night.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Older surface. And we see similar racing here with Hobo, right? The Bomb Squad. I think there's a difference with the USORL. There's a lot of draft. There's a lot of aggressive moves all throughout the race. Where here it's kind of it really a lot of that takes place at the end of the race. So I think these guys, and this is the shortest race of them all too. So that's another thing to consider. But tonight, you're going to see a lot of really close racing, but you're not going to see those aggressive sends down into the corner, right? You're not going to see these guys put their competitors in a bad position, necessarily, until the end of the race. You know, there's a really good notion, kind of how to race these things, especially how that's going to change and ramp up at the end of the race. But drivers getting in their trucks to get down on the grid. We'll get to the command in just a second. And we'll go racing here from Kansas.
Great looking field here tonight, Joe. I love seeing that. I love seeing every one of these pit stalls filled, and man, we got close.
We got very
about
close.
9 shy of a full stall, of a full pit road here, and you just love to see it. There's every week these guys put up this truck series Sunday nights, and so many people always turn out for it. Makes it a lot of fun for everyone watching, and it makes it a lot of fun for us in the booth because we always got something to talk about.
Exactly, and it makes it especially fun for the JTN fans. Mackenzie Weston tuning in. There's the command. Barbara and Ann also tuning in. Welcome, ladies. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend and ready to end it on a high note here with the HOBO Racing Truck Series. Jeff Fugate, Herman Reese, Jeff Sakenis, Harry Kodian, and then Mark DeSengi, your top 5. Austin LaPlante with another solid qualifying run in the 48 there in 6th. 7th, Roger Nebelsack. Maverick in the 23 to his outside. Then Keith McLean and the 59 of Duke Sorensen rounding out your top 10 here from Kansas. It's a short race, folks. 94 laps will go by in the blink of an eye tonight here at Kansas. These boys about to do battle on the 1.5-mile track in the heartland of America. A Ram will lead the way, a Cadillac on the outside, and boy, oh boy, there's no way to tell who's going to take the victory tonight. Fixed setup always makes these races interesting, and these 1.5 miles with these trucks, well, they act more like a super speedway, and that's good and it's bad because sometimes you got the big wrecks, but you'll also have the close racing really dependent on draft. Pace truck makes its way down pit lane. Jeff Fugate with control. And away we go. Green flag here at Kansas for the HOBO Racing trucks. Oh, and we got a truck already around at the back. It's Ricky Bumbalo.
Bumbalo's around, and he stays clear of him. That's going to be our first caution of the night. We'll see if they do a reset here. I don't know if they
won't.
The 48
maybe they are
around there. So
looks like they are.
I think you are correct on that. Yep, there it is. All right, take 2.
That
didn't happen. What happened? What spin?
Nothing happened.
Drivers to your car.
Man, I had that whole intro and everything.
Looking around here, though, well, I guess we're gonna have to redo this. But again, that big old field lined up on pit road here. Went and got the starting command.
Look at this field, folks. Look at it. There's so many trucks.
You love to see it.
Hey, that's a good and a bad thing, because if there's a wreck at the front, oh boy, it is gonna be hairy. And not like Harry Kodian in the 13. I mean like hairy, like, ooh, a lot of people gonna get messed up.
I like that one.
Pretty good. Pretty good. He's probably heard that so many times.
I don't think so.
Man, once again, with just as much enthusiasm. Love to hear it. Field makes
rolling off here.
Pace truck rolling off. Jeff Fugate again with control. Herman Reese to his outside. Making up your front row here at Kansas. Once again, 94 laps in this one. Boy, howdy, it's going to be a fun time from the Kansas Speedway, folks. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to us here on JTN. That's the best way to help support us, and honestly, we just love to see it. We're up over 400, or 500. We're way over 400 now, Ricky. Up over 550 subscribers, getting close, closing in on 600. So if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We love it when we get the support in chat. We love to talk with you guys throughout the race, and oh man, Ricky, things are heating up as the summertime's rolling around, but things are about to heat up on the racetrack as the field makes their way through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to come to green. Ace truck gonna make the hard left turn down the pit lane. Jeff Fugate gonna have control as we enter the start zone. And away we go. Green flag once again at Kansas for the first time tonight.
Look, we got trucks slowing the apron here. Roger Nebelsack.
Oh, Ricky Bumbalo goes around again. No!
And 00 Gary Jackson's around.
No caution.
No caution. We stay green. Unless they reset it. They might be resetting it again.
Oh, no.
There it is again. Okay.
Oh, no.
What start? What start? Didn't happen twice.
Third time's a charm for Dale.
Third time's a charm here, so one more time. But you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. Gives you an idea of how slick this track is, especially further back in the field here. You got to be careful on these starts, on these restarts, on these starts, on those cold tires, on this worn surface. It doesn't really hold great on those first few laps. We saw it happen with USORL on last night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, whatever you want to call it. Where those first few laps on cold tires, the trucks or the cars in that case really wanted to spin out early in the run.
Right.
You're gonna see that kind of to the same degree tonight, but also in kind of a different way with these trucks, where they're gonna want to do that, but it's not just gonna want to be in the turns. It's gonna be in that trioval too. Anywhere that they're having to turn the wheel left for those first few laps, these things are going to be sliding around just a little bit.
There's the command once again. Field making their way off a pit road. Already some saving fuel there too with the 9. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I'm noticing that right now. Maybe trying to get some advantage of that fuel run here. Take advantage of that fuel window.
Look at this field. It's beautiful. Camera up on top of the grandstand. We're just going to go through all the cameras to get you the start of the race. So that way you can differentiate. Field makes their way into 3 and 4 for what we hope to be the final time behind the pace car for the rest of the night.
Pace truck.
Pace truck, you got me.
There it is. Aha.
You got me.
Here's my one. It's going to be a good night.
You got me. Field makes their way through turns 3 and 4 right now. Coming off of turn 4, pace truck will make the hard left turn down the pit lane, and we'll get ready to go. Jeff Fugate with control here on the start. We get ready to enter the start zone, and away we go. Green flag at Kansas.
That truck on the apron, Roger Devilsack gonna let these guys on by and sort of fall in line at the back, I think.
LaPlante on the outside of Descenza, that 48 way up the hill. Not a lot of grip up there right now. Almost makes contact with the wall. They'll get single file up inside the top 10. Further back, Ricky Bumbalo looking to the inside of Josh Boyer. Ronald Luzier to the inside of Dan Rubino for position. Jeff Rogers behind them in the 91 Ford.
Turn 4, looks like we got the 6 truck right behind him with Rich Knappich going to the inside of Tyler Stallhood in that 15 truck, trying to take, should be the 18th spot here.
Knappich looking for position on the rookie to this outside.
You can kind of see here, though, Stallhood's able to kind of roll it on that outside to stay ahead of Knappich, even though he doesn't really have a consistent draft. That's kind of what I'm talking about with the difference of lines. You can kind of move around here. These guys aren't really glued to that white line. You can see they're all kind of a lane up the track coming around here.
Back to the front of the field. Jeff Fugate out to about a 4 truck length lead over Jeff Stakenis and Herman Reese there in 3rd.
See Mark Descenza in that 5th spot, looking to the outside of the 13. The 48 also Plank gets that outside wall a little bit. Has to recover it, stays straight here, so he's hanging on to that position. A little bit of damage to the right side of that 48. Chevy pickup.
It was not a good day to have the number 48 on the side of your race car. Tony Kanaan involved in the opening wreck in the IndyCar race. Alex Bowman just was struggling with damage throughout the day. Got smacked into the outside wall.
Don't look now, Joe. These guys are log jamming a little bit behind Descenza and LaPlante. You can see it, that 23 Maverick trying to take the inside there. Duke Sorensen was knocking on his back door coming into turn 1 and 2, but Maverick kind of pulls back away from him. We'll see if he dives it back in here again. He doesn't, but Keith McLean gets right on the back bumper of that 59 truck.
Yeah, still single file. Only truck on the outside. Jeff Rogers further back. Now Maverick to the inside of LaPlante. Maverick makes the pass, and that 48 kicks out a little bit on entry, but he gets back in line.
You can see he's kind of chasing up the track a little bit. Maybe he's fighting a bit of a tight condition right now. This time by, he hits the apron just a little bit. He's going to wash up the track here. It's going to let Duke Sorensen get to the inside of him. Keith McLean coming with him.
Lane gonna push that 59, now pushing the 48. He'll push the 59 most likely down into turns 1 and 2. No, takes the middle line. So, what I'm seeing early is riding right on that seam.
Yep.
Put it.
And that's usually what happens with these worn tracks. You want to be right near where that grip's going to be, and sometimes it's on that new little bit of tar that they lay down the seam. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. But tonight, it looks like you want to be on that seam.
Clayton going to the outside of the plant for position. Austin going to go ahead and cut the tri-oval. That's legal here at the Kansas Speedway.
Plant trying to hang on to that position. He's going to not be able to clear that 54. You can see the 54 Andre Mangion where he gets the speed there, center off. He's going to power off turn 2 here and take that position for the 48.
Martel now looking to the outside as well of LaPlante. He's going to be a little higher up the track this time through 3 and 4, getting a good run through the center. He'll try to carry the momentum off. 48 of Austin LaPlante falling back here early.
Big log jam here, right back to the top 20 position. Rich Napick, Tyler Stallhood, Steve Rubino all racing each other. Tight racing here, 2 wide. Stallhood kind of stuck on that outside right now, but making it work. Looks like it.
No breaks given to the rookie.
No breaks given. That's, you know, that old saying, baptism by fire. But you can see, you can make that outside line kind of work. As he kind of gets a little bit of an edge on Rubino coming in turn 3 here, but then Steve kind of gets a bit of a run. Steve's getting that run on entry, but I think Stallhood's kind of rotating it pretty well on that outside line. So
yeah, they'll get back
Rubino
single file
in place. 15 will hang on to that 18th position.
Going further back, Rod Weston to the inside of Pushrod for position. He's going to have Roger Nebelsack giving him a push.
Yeah, Weston's been kind of at this for the last couple of laps, trying to get on by, and there goes Pushrod into the outside wall a little bit, so he's going to lose a few spots here.
Rich Fankel now going by. Nebelsack made it through.
Further back here, Andre Mangion diving it to the inside of the 108 of Doug Palmer for position, gets right on by him there for the 24th position. But Joe, this wad formed back up at 18th place, right underneath Tyler Stallhood.
Stallhood trying to find his way around Rich Napick, trying to use that outside Ricky Bumbalo there in the 2-time Toyota. Also trying to take advantage of the outside.
A little tight in the back there. See that?
Just a teeny bit.
Rob Heath. Steve Rubino with a great run off this turn. He's got nowhere to put it, though.
He puts it behind his fellow Ford. Well, I guess there's 2 Fords out in front of him. That 6 also a Ford. Rubino now side by side with Napick for position in the maker's mark. Ford, it's like, we're at 3 wide. Stallhood got in the wall off of turn 4 right in front of those 2 as they were battling for position. Rubino goes by.
Yeah, Stallhood kind of in a rough spot there. You don't really want to be up against the wall of the tri-oval there. It's not really a fast line, but graze the wall a little bit. They're going to have to pull that out on pit stops, I think.
Trucks still making their way around the plant. There goes Josh Boyer in the Rocky Boots Ford. Now Dan Rubino.
As we've been talking about all this, up ahead here, Keith McLean has just been rearing down on Duke Sorensen the last few laps. Hasn't been able to get to him just yet, but he keeps getting right up there on the back of that 59 Chevy Silverado. Hasn't been able to make that pass just yet on him, though.
It looks like Sorensen's able to get right up on the tailgate of that 23 of Maverick going into the corner, but I think that's, again, the different philosophy about how to run these corners. You see, there's some of these guys are really diving it in deep.
Oh, Descenza and the 13 to Cody and get together a little bit coming off of turn 4 there.
That's going to break the momentum. No, you're good. That's breaking the momentum of that 33 Wrangler. Silverado Maverick got right there and wasn't able to capitalize. Or maybe just gave up the run.
To the inside of the 28 here. Keith McLean got shuffled out of line on that whole checkup.
Mangion to the inside of McLean. Going to get back in line, though.
A lot of these guys are running in this top 10 right now. I think all kind of have very similar speed here. It doesn't matter when they catch each other. And when they catch each other, it just makes a really big log jam, too.
Gary Jackson falling back in the 00.
Duke Sorensen starting to kind of rear down on Maverick here in the 23 John Deere truck. Taking a look to the inside here, trying to get some clean air on the front of that truck to see if it can help him. Hits the apron. You don't really want to do that here. Gonna lose him a little bit of speed here and gonna let Keith McLean get right to him.
Gets right on the tailgate of that 59. We saw that last night too. When these guys, they hit this apron, it's because of the transition, right? But you want to be right around the bottom, so you're playing that dangerous game, right? To where you might misjudge it, but if you can do it just right, you know, every other lap, you're still gonna be gaining time.
Yeah. And look a little further back here. We got two trucks basically. They were side by side. Dan Rubino just made a pass on Austin Plant in the 48. They were side by side for an entire lap there. No trucks around them. No real draft to use. They're just kind of at their own devices there. And really was showing how that high line works because LaPlante was really making a good effort of it on that high line.
You know, and
ultimately it was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you were still talking.
Oh, we got caution.
You know, in the 44, just trying to have a solid night after a lot of bad luck in recent weeks. Let's see if we can find the caution.
Looks like the 14 of DJ Hinsky.
John Hinsky in the 14. Let's get you a replay.
Looks like he wasn't alone on this. You can see him and MT Johnson. I think both just trying to get to that seam there. Him in the middle line, Johnson in the low line. Just a little bit of a tap of there. And Hinsky around, pretty slapped into the, pretty driver's side flush with the wall there on that slap. I don't know, I don't think he's got a ton of damage on that, to be honest.
From the blimp.
Without a realistic damage, I think that's something that if he doesn't have any hood damage, I think they'll be able to kind of fix. Oh, actually, he might have some hood damage, so we'll see.
We'll keep an eye on the 14 of Hinsky.
That's a tough thing. We're talking about it. You really want to get to those seams, but it's hard. You know, when people have different ideas going between two lines, it's sort of like it's kind of a land rush. So just one of those racing deals here. But everyone coming down pit road to get 4 tires here. 17 laps, so nice green flag run here. Rich Knappich gonna stay out, presumably to get a lap lead here, get those extra points. He'll probably come down. 00 gonna come with him as well. Or not 00, 108. My excuse me.
Keep an eye at the end of this timing line, but Ricky, these pit stops really important early on in the race.
Really important, and you know, you've seen it's kind of a little hard to pass here in the sense that you got to put in some work with these fixed setups. As you see, will Fugate make the race off? He does, but Jeff Sekenis up in that second spot.
Herman Reese loses the position on pit road, it would appear. Man, there's so many trucks. This is so cool, man.
Yeah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
The Fugate should be the presumed leader.
Yeah, let's see. I think Knappic's going to come down. We'll see if Dog comes with him. Dog's going to come with him. I think Dog was seen trying to call Knappic's bluff there to see if he was going to stay out or not, but...
Well, folks, this first caution gives us a good time to talk about our friends at Circle B Diecast. Make sure, if you're in the market for some new diecast cars, racing-related apparel and whatnot, and more, I mean, they got Sam Bass posters on there, make sure you first head over to CircleBDiecast.com, and on your order of $20 or more, you're going to use code JTN at checkout. You're going to get free shipping, which is going to save you anywhere between 5, 10, 15, however much the shipping would cost. You're going to get it for free. So if you got that big order, again, free shipping. And then you're also going to be helping support us here on JTN by using that code. We appreciate, we've got a lot of people that have been using the code, and we appreciate you guys so much. And can't thank you enough for choosing Circle B Diecast and using code JTN at checkout for getting that free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Folks, it's a Sunday night. If you got questions for us up in the booth, especially Ricky, you can go ahead and put them in chat. We'd love to talk with you guys throughout the race. Jeff Fugate currently out front. He's going to have Stekenis right behind him on this restart. Harry Kodian now in third. Mark DeSenza fourth. And then Herman Reese going to round out your top 5 as we get ready to go back green, I believe, next time by. If I had to guess, Ricky, next time by. If I
I would think so too.
If I hazard a guess.
If you were to Davey Hazard a guess.
Speaking of Davey Hazard, check out the Fake Racers podcast. We had an excellent episode where we had some good discussions about super speedway racing and what makes it dangerous and how, well, everyone's at fault for terrible crashes like we saw with Joey Logano last week. All that and more on last week's edition of the Fake Racers podcast. This week's one come out Wednesday night after the new next-gen car reveal on Cinco de Mayo on Wednesday at 3 p.m. NASCAR.com. Go check it out.
I didn't totally see that yet.
Huh?
I didn't totally see that yet. I didn't see those photos yet.
No.
What did I post?
What photos?
What photos?
Those photos weren't good anyways.
Photos could have been taken by anyone.
Wow.
We haven't seen the Toyota either, so let's see a Toyota reveal. There's the hook. If you gotta see the Toyota, you gotta go watch it. The single file here, though. When did you go here, Joe? So, lap 21, these guys will be taking the green flag. That green truck of Fugate out here still hanging on to that front spot. Kenzie Weston in chat saying, thank you, JTN, for the sweatshirt. So, Jill, hey.
Hey.
We're having a discussion about this last night.
We were. Folks, that's another good point. Supporting us with our JTN merch store, that's another great way to help support us if you have the monetary means to do so. Pace car, or pace truck. I caught it, Ricky. Pace truck makes the hard left turn down pit road. Jeff Fugate with control. We wait. Green flag. We're back on your way here at Kansas.
Field's going to get nice and spread out here with these single file restarts. So going to take a few laps for these guys to accordion back together, but I guess not. 13 of Harry Cody. I get to the inside of Just Stekenis, proving me wrong here. And take that inside line here. Let's see if he gets the run coming off. I think Stekenis will get center off here, but they get close.
Side by side off of turn 4. It's a drag race to the line. Give that position, that lap to Kodian. He's going to keep getting a push from the 33 at DeSenza. It would appear. No, DeSenza goes up high through the middle. Kodian, though, going to clear Stekenis for second.
Jeff Stekenis going to fall in line there. Look through the field, though. Duke Sorensen starting to size up Stefan Martin, that 16 truck. Thinks he gets it this time, but he's starting to look. But 91 to Jeff Rogers right behind him. Made a big charge to the inside of him. Had to check up last minute.
Martell on the apron through 3 and 4. That's going to allow Sorensen to get a run to the inside. No, Rogers getting a run to the outside of Sorensen.
We'll see where the 78 of Ryan Johnson goes. Does he go to the inside? Does he stay up high here and give Rogers a little bit of a push? We'll see. I don't think Rogers needs it. He's pulling away from that 59 here. He'll make that pass for the 9th spot.
Yeah, that's that Ford Roush 8's horsepower and underneath that 91 truck. You saw Josh Boyer sizing up the 78 of Ryan Johnson.
Oh, we got it. Oh, the 54 of Andre Mangion. How did he save that? The rear end of that truck kicked out so much, I thought it was certain he was spinning in turn 3 there.
3 wide now for position. Johnson on the apron. Sorensen stuck in the middle.
Clowns to the left of me, Jokers to the right. Duke Sorensen makes it through there, but Stefan Martell is going to lose a lot of momentum here. Ryan Johnson washing up the track in front of the 59 here. The 59 is going to be right in his backboard.
All over the tailgate of that 78 of Ryan Johnson. Josh Boyer with the move to the inside. That 41 didn't lose any momentum in that scuffle. He makes the pass on Sorensen. Now sets his sights on that 78. Martell trying to get his spot back and get around this 59 of Sorensen.
Yeah, Martell's got some speed in that truck. I think he's got caught in a bad spot there with that 3 wide, but trying to size back up the 59, Duke Sorensen. But don't look now. Steve Rubino in that 21 is right there.
Hey, Steve had a fantastic run last week at Hattiesburg, and now trying to capitalize on a lot of
54. Andre Mangion almost gets into the back of Maverick coming into turn 3. That was almost a big incident there.
Oh, and who takes advantage of it? None other than Jeff Rogers. He gets around the 28 of Keith McLean.
Let's talk about Jeff Rogers right now in this 91 truck. He's just passing these guys left and right.
He's just moving right now in that 91 Ford. Oh, John cuts him off through the center, though. He's not going to be happy.
I don't think
I love
so,
it.
As long as he doesn't get past here, I think he's got the momentum. He won't get mad if he doesn't get past it. A little further back, talking about past that 41, Josh Boyer trying to make a run on the outside to the 78 of Ryan Johnson here. Doesn't look like he's got the momentum for it, so he's going to fall in line behind Johnson coming down the front straightaway.
That outside, it's hard to make it work if you don't squeeze that guy on the bottom. You really have to get on that guy's door and not allow him to get the good exit, right? You got to hold him down there.
Jeff Mark DeSenza just got really loose racing Jeff Stekenis for third here, coming off of turn 2. They were side by side there, and he was slideways coming off of that turn. Around the track here, Fugate's still leading this race, but well, look now that Jeff Rogers is coming back here in that 91. I think he's going to take another shot at Mongion on this lap. Gets right to the back bumper of that Chevy Silverado.
Rogers hits the apron.
You don't want to do that. That's really going to upset the car, and that's going to let Keith McLean get right there to the 91. Does he push him? Does he push him? It looks like he's going to push him.
Hey, he's pushing him just like Kyle Larson pushed Ryan Blaney through that corner earlier today. But he gets off because he knows that you can't push another race vehicle through the turns.
And you know, Keith McLean, that's something you really got to expect out of that 28 truck. He's a very, very meticulous racer. He's not going to push it to the limit until, like we were talking about the early part of the broadcast. Some of these guys here really don't wait until the end of the race to start making big moves. Keith McLean is one of those guys. He will push someone down the straightaway before he tries setting up a pass on him. He doesn't immediately go for every hole, but that's because he doesn't need to. He just focuses on running the track and putting up fast laps, and then naturally makes his way to the front. So Keith McLean there, playing chess right now, I think.
Battle heating up for the second position. Jeff Stekenis closing in on the tailgate of that 13 of Harry Cody, and he washes up through the center. That's going to allow Harry to get a little bit of a run, and it's going to allow Mark DeSenza to have an opportunity to get around this 31.
You know, Joe, looking on the track, some vehicles have an issue. Herman Reese here is 34th position.
He fell out.
32. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 5 laps down, huh? I didn't even realize that he was gone. I'm sorry.
Steve Rubino going by Martell, going to try to take Danny with him.
A little further back here, Dan Rubino, you said that. Trying to get to the inside, Stefan Martel here. The two Rubinos. Going to be 1-2 in a second if you get them by Stefan Martel.
Not 1-2, but they'll be lined up nose to tail.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Come on, Ricky. Just giving them positions.
They count them 1 and then 2.
Well, and they're both getting up inside the top 10 now, right?
Yeah. Look a little further up to the front here. Actually, at the lead, Joe Fugate's lost a lot of this lead to Harry Cody, and Cody putting up a couple.
Rogers looked to the inside of Monjon and got loose. Keith McLean gonna look for the position, Ricky. I'm sorry, this battle heating up here. Just outside the top 5.
Yeah, and that one McLean had to go for, because he came off turn 2 with such momentum, he really couldn't check up for those guys as they were trying to regain their composure. He just had to go to the inside and make that pass. So Keith McLean up to that 7th spot. But Josh Boyer getting to the inside of Ryan Johnson here. That 78 truck. We'll see if he can make the pass. Johnson wiggles a little bit, like he gets just a little loose in the center of the corner. That's going to let Boyer get on by for that 9th position.
Yeah, Boyer gets it done there, gets around the 78 of Ryan Johnson.
All right, I think it calmed down a little bit. No, Andre Rieu and the 86 of Darrell Brown racing for 18th position actually touched fenders coming into turn 3 here.
Yeah, we got a gaggle back here. Nebel second in the middle, then side by side, the 188. Larry D was looking to the inside of Austin LaPlante. LaPlante just, they qualified fantastic again this week. Ricky, just don't have the race pace.
Yeah, that's sometimes how it goes, is that you just, sometimes you can put up a really good qualifying lap, but, you know, when you get to that race setup, it kind of just throws a wrench in your plans.
You ever had a wrench thrown at you?
No, I would imagine it's very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is unpleasant? These guys racing up front here, knowing that Keith McLean's coming, just got to the inside of the 54 Mongion. Jeff Rogers coming with him. He's sizing up Maverick right now in that 23 truck.
Keith McLean
Rogers.
flipping the switch to kill. Rogers and Monjon getting close. Josh Boyer going to duck it to the inside to get around that 54 off of turn 4.
Keith McLean right at the back bumper of Maverick there. He's going to push him. He's going to push him. Rogers is blocking Boyer here.
Battle's all over the racetrack right now.
McLean's going to reel back here, but watch. He got a great run off
Oh,
the turn
Rogers.
last time by.
Rogers loose through the center at 1 and 2. He's going to drift up the track, and it's going to allow the 41 to also drift up the track. Trying to make sure he doesn't run him over.
I think 41 might have caught the wall just a hair there, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down at all.
And you scrape a little bit of that wrap off. It makes the truck lighter.
You're not wrong.
Maverick to the inside is to Kennis for 4th. Descends it all over the back bumper of Cody Ann.
Keith McLean, he's got to get right to that back bumper, nowhere to really go. He's going to have to go up high with Sekennis here. Is that draft going to hurt Maverick? But Jeff Rogers comes to the inside to Maverick's aid.
Side by side, really close through the center of the corner.
Yeah, it's just like USRL on last night. It's so... It gets your palms sweaty there watching these guys get that close, because you know if they touch fenders even a little bit in those turns, that someone's going around.
Yeah, you're done. You're sending somebody to the Shadow Realm.
You're donezo.
I'm glad I can make you at least laugh, Ricky. Looking throughout the field, really single file. LaPlante with Dupuis to the inside for position. Weston there just in front, just made the pass on the 48 truck.
Hey, Cody, and getting right to the back bumper of Fugate right now. Put up a really good lap. He's making that pass to the inside, Joe. The lead here.
First time tonight we've seen it, the battle for the lead. Cody Ann, he really dove it down deep, and that 9 of Jeff Fugate, he didn't give him an inch, Ricky. He didn't give him an inch.
Yeah, you saw he got the nose to the inside there, but he had to check up because he tightened up so much. He didn't want to get into Fugate. He was just trying to get Fugate out of the line. But that 9 truck holding a very solid pace here. Didn't want to give him an inch. And now Mark DeSenza battling Keith McLean for that 3rd spot.
Real quick, we got a question in chat. What the heck is a gaggle, Ricky? By way of Barbara.
Oh, God. A gaggle, you know, like
group,
a lot.
a grouping.
A group, a gaggle.
A gaggle.
A bunch. I don't know if there's any actual difference between what they mean, like how a couple only means 2, and then, like, I can't remember. I think a few is like 3, but like I don't know if a gaggle's any numeric value.
Well,
but
a few is 3, like when you only want to give like put in a few dollars to the pot, but a few, like when you're eating chips, is probably like 50. You know.
And you know what else is a few right now? There might only be a few more laps here before Fugate loses this lead. Harry Codian was rearing down on him, and Keith McLean got to the outside and was fighting him for that 2nd spot.
Battle heating up now for 2nd. Cody Ann lost a lot of momentum that time. Off of turn 2. Gonna dive again to the bottom. This 28, he's running a little bit higher than these guys, and he's able to kind of keep the momentum up through the center right now. A lot of other guys are really stuck in the ways of trying to just wrap that bottom again. McLean to the inside of Cody Ann. He'll make the pass for 2nd.
Yeah, here comes Keith McLean. Don't look now on Fugate because that 28 truck is hooked up right now.
He's going choo choo. I'm coming through.
Choo choo, here comes the Mac Daddy train.
Look throughout the rest of the field. See if
You
we
shouldn't have taught me that phrase.
Ricky Buffalo looking to the inside of Larry D. Rod Weston all over the tailgate of that 85. He's going to dive down to the inside through 3 and 4. He'll make that pass and complete it. Dupuis and the 24 also trying to make the pass. Oh, Bumbalo loose off of 4.
Joe, right now, there's a big logjam behind Harry Cody, and Mark DeSenza's right there. Jeff Stekenis is there. Maverick trying to make a run to Stekenis in turn 3 here. Not going to happen this time, but these guys kind of all accordion.
Oh, my goodness. Cody Ann was all over the tailgate of McLean there through the center. Now McLean going to look to the inside, use all that momentum, and get around the 9 of Jeff Fugate.
And Fugate's going to let him have it. So put Keith McLean up to that 1st position, but he's got to be careful here. Harry Cody is going to try to go with him. Has the spot, but does Fugate have the speed?
He's not clear.
Not going to be able to make it. 33 Mark DeSenza has to check up big time there. They might have gotten together just a little bit. That sent the 31 Stakenis into the outside wall of hair.
Maverick now going to the inside there. Josh Boyer and Jeff Rogers, as well as Andre Mongeon, have all added their hats to the ring. That's not a phrase at all. Holy.
That's DJ Hinsky in chat saying geese. So, yeah, that's true. Gaggle does mean geese. But we have a caution on track right now, Joe.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Glad someone knows where our phrases come from.
Might be for the 17 of push rod, it looks like.
Push rod looks like the whole rear end is pushed in.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's a little different.
Yeah, looks like he gets into the turn here. Him and the 00 Gary Jackson just looks like he actually comes down. They were very close there. I think he kind of tried to enter the turn just a little earlier than what Jackson was anticipating doing. And when he bounces off there, it just upsets the truck so much that you can't really save it. Takes it in pretty hard to that outside wall.
There's a helicopter. Yeah, it looks like the 00 is running his line. The 17 just trying to run his line, and 00's there, you know? It's one of those where you're behind the wheel of the racing vehicle, and you just, I don't know. Tough break.
You do the thing.
Tough break. You do the race thing, and you drive the car in circles, or the truck, I guess, in this case. The vehicle. Field most likely all going to come down pit road here, get 4 fresh Goodyear Wranglers and Sunoco Racing fuel.
Yeah, I would imagine everyone's going to take 4 tires here.
Wrangler. Real comfortable jeans. Sponsor us, Wrangler. I could use some new jeans.
I would enjoy having some jeans.
Enjoy having some comfy jeans.
Everyone coming down here, getting those 4 tires, those 4 Mr. Feelgoods. Look at this mob scene down on pit road. How many trucks we got down there? You'll love to see it.
They're just all down there. So many crews. A lot of people being employed here at Kansas tonight. Jeff Fugate gonna lose the race off pit road. Keith McLean gonna come out first. Remember, these single file restarts too, where you get out of pit road is very important, right?
Yeah, it's really important where you end up falling here. Because like we said, it's a little hard to pass. It's absolutely doable. We saw a few of those guys come all the way through the field. It's just sort of like, you know, anything to make it easier, you know.
Oh, looks like the 13 speeding off of pit road. Cody in, Rob Heath, Rod Weston, Steve Rubino speeding off of pit road. And they're all going to have to go to the back. Palmer going to lead a lap here.
Yeah, and I would imagine he's going to come down pit road and get 4 fresh tires on the 108 truck there.
More guys coming back down.
That lap lead.
More guys coming down pit road. Fuel run, I was told, is anywhere between 32 and 35. It kind of depends on how much draft you're getting, how much you're able to kind of, you know, 3/4, 7/8, whatever, throttle.
Yeah.
But, it'll be tight. Attaboy has to go out to this 91 truck of Jeff Rogers right now. Started all the way towards the back of the field and has worked his way up inside the top 10, doing a great job. Roger Nebelsack, he started up front, but he dropped to the back at the early portion of the race. He's moved his way back up. I actually ran a Truck Series race here on Wednesday, Ricky. And the guy that was leading the race, he stays out until the last lap and then comes and pits. And he says, oh, I'm dropping to the back so I can have fun. Guess what happens when you try to have fun in one of these races, Ricky?
You get chewed up.
You get chewed up and you get wrecked and you get spat out. Not ideal.
Not ideal at all. And yeah, it looks like that 108 Dog Palmer is going to come down pit road here. That's going to give Keith McLean the lead back. So coming back here, it should be Keith McLean in first, Fugate in second. Jeff Stakenis in third, Josh Boyer in fourth, and then Jeff Rogers should be in the 5th position.
folks, we got our JTN logo merch up on the JTN merch store. You got t-shirts, hoodies, mugs. So if you like a good cup of Joe in the morning, meaning coffee, Ricky, meaning coffee. Don't get your mind out of the gutter. As well as JTN stickers. You can go check that out now on the JTN merch store. All you gotta do, you go up to the top. There's all the different categories as well as stuff on the main page. But if you're looking for apparel, there's different links for the different types of apparel, t-shirts, hoodies. There's accessories, which is where all our stickers are. And then housewares is where the mug is. But that's the only thing in there is that JTN logo mug. But you can check all those out now on the JTN merch store with JTN logo merch. Help support the brand. Wouldn't you say, Ricky? Those comfort tees, they're so soft, man. They're so soft.
I love mine.
I had to start advertising something besides the retro merch. I had to make up new graphics, finally. People are
as long as we got the comfort tees.
As long as we got the comfort tees, they're nice and soft and good to sleep in, especially with the summer coming. All right, Keith McLean, old Mac Daddy with control here on the restart. Jeff Fugate going to try to retake the lead here, though. That 9 truck has been fast. We'll have to see what it's like in traffic, though, for the first time tonight after qualifying on the pole. Coming down into the restart zone, and away we go. Green flag once again here at Kansas.
Keith McLean gets a good restart there. Fugate's got Jess Kennis and Josh Boyer rearing down on him. Boyer was actually looking to the outside to Kennis there coming through the tri-oval like he got a better run than he expected on that restart. Jeff Rogers going all the way to the basement here on the 41. Doesn't seem like it's going to amount to anything this time by, but Andre Mongion tried to go with him and then washed all the way up the track there, lost a ton of ground.
Sometimes you gotta go to the window to the wall, you know?
Yeah. Dan Rubino getting to the inside of Duke Sorensen. Not yet. Looks like Rubino actually gets tight there. Ron Luzier is going to get to the inside of that 44 and the 94 truck. They're going to be close here coming off turn 2.
Two Chevys duking it out down the back straightaway. Luzier gonna tuck back in line.
Jeff Rogers trying to make a run on this high line around Andre Mongion, that 54 truck. I have the 78 of
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson, they're going to be close.
Man, these guys are wild tonight. they heard me say, I was like, oh yeah, they're mild-mannered, they're calm, they're giving each other plenty of room, and they're just racing each other to the bitter end right now.
And Joe, you know, I was just noticing a little bit of damage here on that 91 Jeff Rogers. He hammered the wall last time by. Not last time by, the lap before. So that's what's happening with Rogers. Might have lost a little bit of momentum there. Let's see if that fender damage affects that truck at all. Right now, it doesn't look like it is.
Josh Boyers climbed his way up to the 3rd position in the Rocky Boots Ford.
Look now, but Fugate's knocking on the back door. Keith McLean, he's got the speed right now in that Dodge Ram. Is he going to set him up for the pass? He does. He goes to the inside here. Gets on by Keith for the lead, so put Fugate back on the point.
Keith just let him have it going down into the corner, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that might be by plan. Maybe just kind of letting him wear his tires out a little bit more.
Tire heat's a big thing too, right? If you get those tires too hot, they're not going to stick as well. You're going to get tight through the center, and if you're tight through the center, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yep, that is exactly it. You want to make sure that you don't want to be wearing out that red front tire. We also don't want to be frying it either. It kind of goes hand in hand. Usually if you're doing one, you're doing the other, but right now, Fugate's got the point. Keith McLean in second. Don't look now, Jeff Kennis and Andre Mongion getting pretty close together here.
40 laps to go.
A little further back, Roger Nebelsick looking to the inside of 44. Dan Rubino, not going to happen this time by. Tyler Stallwood with a big run through 1 and 2 there. Trying to set up Larry D for a pass. Almost got into the outside wall.
Checking on our guys that had the pit road speeding penalties. Harry Codian, there he is. He's worked back up inside. I believe that's... he's just outside the top 20 right now. Mark DeSenza also. Those two are up inside the top 5 throughout the night. There you see Steve Rubino towards the back of your screen.
Look at Maverick taking him 3 wide here.
Maverick taking him 3 wide through the tri-oval.
Maverick doesn't want to wait. He knows he's got to move here.
Yeah, I mean, time is of the essence right now.
Get ready up to the inside of Dan Rubino right now. And we have a caution on track for the 108 of John Palmer.
Oh, no. See what happens here.
Looks like a very similar situation to what we saw earlier with the 14 truck. I think it was. Palmer gets into the turn here. It looks like he's trying to move down the track to get to that seam. Rod Weston's kind of holding his line there. Just two very different philosophies about how to get to that seam. And hard right there into the outside wall.
MT Johnson got a big lick there. On board the 06.
Yeah, that's going to be rough for Johnson. Pretty good shot there.
In the wall and then just nowhere to go. He keeps on trucking on exit, so maybe he's okay. Man, that's how we've seen these incidents tonight, right? We haven't seen these big spectacular wrecks that I was thinking we were going to see. It's like entire field going to choose to come down the pit lane once again. Maybe a couple guys towards the back going to stay out, get a lap led. Herman Reese.
See if everyone takes strategy on this one. It was a shorter run. I don't know if it's a short enough run to justify taking anything other than 4 tires, but you never know. You never know.
Eric Codier might be staying out here because he stayed out and he might be staying out, try to get the track position back. But that's the thing though. I think these guys here, if it's 32 to 35 on fuel, Ricky, we're right on the edge of that window.
Yeah, it's really right now you just want to keep getting gas. More than anything, you just want to keep getting gas.
Here's the pit outline. Let's see the race off pit road. Jeff Fugate gonna win it. A lot of different strategies down there on pit road, Ricky.
A lot of different strategies, and we'll see how this all shuffles out here. But a lot of Darrell Brown, a really big leapfrog here on a couple of these guys to get that second spot away from Keith McLean. Jeff Sekenis, Josh Boyer all did the same thing there. Gonna be a bit of a shuffle here. Ron Simpson gets out way ahead of a ton of these guys. Tyler Stallhood gets out in a pretty good spot too, right behind Jeff Rogers, who was running 6th when they came down pit road. We'll see what that shuffles through, but that should put Stallhood in the top 10. Let's say I'm not biased on that 15 truck, but it does have JTN logos on it.
I always like the cars that have the JTN logos on it. I don't know why, Ricky. I don't know why I like them. I just do.
Technically, it has my name on it too, I think. The Stallhood in that 15 runs is an RT Motorsports on the back, and I think that was what our discussion was. That's Ricky Tyler. It was what we ran it fast as Team M7, and then I think we're the only ones left technically on that team, so we just changed the name. But he still runs it on his cars and trucks wherever he goes. So not biased.
Hey, I'm gonna try to sell some merch here because I'm not biased. Because JTN race cars always look the best. Now you can get your own JTN race car merch. We got T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers with the day and night versions, black and white versions of the JTN race car that you see Sean Whitehill drive on Saturday nights. Of course, only the JTN branding on those, but you can check it out. It's our new signature shirt, I guess is what you'd call it. We simplified our line of designs now. We got rid of a lot of our car t-shirts, different car t-shirts, and now we simplified them down, got you your new JTN race car merch. You can go check it out. We got t-shirts, hoodies in both variants, and some different colors, shades of black mainly, gray and whatnot. But you can go check those out now. Spent a lot of time on these designs and kind of fine-tuning them, Ricky, because we got to get a little more professional here on JTN. Well, at least with our merch designs, and there you can see them now on the JTN merch store. I'll post a link in the chat here in just a second. Tom Musa writing in that we're doing a great job as usual. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
He included you in there, Ricky.
That's good. I mean, he's allowed to bully me. He could say, yeah. If he said, hey, Joe, great job, Ricky sucks, you get rid of him. That's totally fair game. Just noticing, this is a weird thing to notice here, Joe, but it looks like the 15 of Tyler Stallhood and the 91 of Jeff Rogers have the exact same base. Exact same shape pattern, I should say.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. I don't know if that was by design or intentional.
I
or-
don't think so.
I don't think so. But they both
Sometimes
look
you
good.
just gotta.
You love to see it.
Sometimes, well, and they both got pink on them, right? And then
They're
darker
both
color.
Fords, too.
Oh my goodness, a lot of confusion here. They don't like to make our jobs easy, do they, Ricky? One week we're gonna come out here. Everyone's gonna be running Steve Rubino's Hobo Racing paint scheme. I'm telling you. Now that I said it too, they're definitely gonna do it.
They're definitely gonna do it. That would be a hard race to follow.
But Pace Truck gonna make its hard left turn back down the pit lane. 34 laps to go, right on the edge of the fuel. It's gonna be a bad dash to the end. Jeff Fugate with control. And away we go. Green flag once again here at Kansas.
They got a great restart. Darrell Brown hanging out pretty well there. I'd imagine Brown probably took 2 tires on that restart to get all that position. No tire spin off that 86 truck.
Yeah, he looked loose off a turn 2, though, didn't he?
Yeah, a little further back here, Ron Simpson, Tyler Stallhood racing side by side here. Stallhood's going to run that eye line through the turn, and he's going to clear Simpson there. That's going to be for, I think, the 8th spot. He's going to size up Andre Mongion here in a second.
Stallhood trying to make a late race dash to the front of the field. Further back, Ryan Johnson to the inside of Duke Sorensen for position. Johnson going to clear that 59 through the center and now clear up in front. Roger Nebelsack going to try to follow through in that 51.
Here comes Justin Kennis to the inside of Darrell Brown here. He's going to make that pass here coming into turn 3, and look at how quickly you can just power on by him.
This just moves to Kennis back up into the second position. Josh Boyer going to now set his eyes on the 86.
Further back here, the 94 of Luzier in the 91 racing for position here. The 91's losing that spot, and he's got Ryan Johnson fighting him to the inside here. 91 gets really close to that outside wall. Jeff Rogers just keeps off of it, but that's going to give Ryan Johnson what he needs to get a run here come to turn 3.
Oh, they're still close.
Yeah, a little too far up the track.
That's a little
There
too
he
close for
comes.
my liking, man. That's
Side by side down the straightaway here. Well, further ahead of him, Ron Simpson making a charge to the inside. Tyler Stallhood for that position. I think these two are on pretty even tires, but give that spot to Ron Simpson, and now Stallhood's gonna have to fight off Luzier here in the 94. He does.
do it
so
that
he's gonna hang
time.
on to that position.
I think that outside it's good with the new tires, but as the tires start to wear, you want to be around the bottom because the truck just gets
Yeah.
so tight.
I think you're right there.
Of course, I'm right.
And look now though, Keith McLean getting on the back bumper of Darrell Brown here. Looking around, I think Keith McLean's got 4 fresh tires, so my 28's got everything that he needs to make this pass. It's just a matter of timing, but
Further
right
back,
behind him, yeah.
further back, Rob Heath going to the inside of Steve Martell, Safade Martell.
Sorry, there's so much happening on track right now. Jeff Rogers to the inside of the 78, coming into turn 3. Can't make it work, pulls back in line.
Johnson sent it down into that corner to make sure that 91 couldn't get a good run.
Oh, well, he was looking. That 91 was all the way to the apron there. Tyler Stallhood to the inside of Ron Simpson again, and this time Simpson gets a little bit of that outside wall, so he's going to lose 2 spots here to the 15 and the 94.
And 78 trying to pounce on the mistake by Simpson in the 25.
Ryan Johnson to the inside of Ron Simpson. Can he make this pass here? He's got the space, but can he get the corner off? And he doesn't have it yet, so Ron Simpson's going to hang on to this at least down the straightaway. Jeff Rogers is going to give that 78 a big old push. That's going to get him right on by the 25 here coming into turn 1.
Makes that pass, and now Simpson going to try to stop the bleeding here and get in front of that 59 truck.
From there, the field gets pretty single file for the moment. Just a quick breather, I guess, for everyone.
Including us up in the booth.
Together. Yeah. But Steve Rubino really sizing up Rob Heath in the 38 here, last few laps by. Every time he gets to the back of that 38 truck, to that big Cowboys TV panel, he's trying to make the pass. He just hasn't gotten the, I guess, position yet that he needs to set it up.
I think Steve isn't a big Cowboys fan. Man,
Joe, looking at this right now, so this pit strategy is working out pretty well. Dale Brown's hanging out there in that top 5 pretty comfortably. Tyler Stallhood in that 7th spot. I don't know if Stallhood's on 2 tires. I would want to say that he is, yeah, because
he definitely is. These guys, they gain so much track position. And that's the thing we talk about when we talk about making these plays, right? You have to be smart about how many laps you've run, but also... Plays. I said plays.
Oh, plays. I thought you said play-oofs.
No. You have to be smart about how you play these pit stops, especially late in a race, because, you know, I mean, we could have got a rash of cautions there, and it would have worked out even better, too, right? Oh, no contact! 16 around in front of the field. That'll be a caution, and nobody hits him.
360 degrees there by Stefan Martel. What a piece of driving there. And they'll pull that fender out and he'll be back in this. What a spin.
He just kept it going.
Martel's cooking it down the track here. I think he's trying to get the position back on Rob Heath. I think it still has him claimed ahead of Rob Heath when the caution came out. So Martel hangs on to that, but
oh
man,
my
what a
goodness.
save.
I mean, he spun out and he just kept going. That's like moment of the year right there.
Looks like Joe. Looks like Rob Heath was trying to get on the apron there to set up Stefan Martel for the pass, and it looks like, you know, it's a bent front straightaway here, so at some point he has to come back up on the track. I think he kind of starts to push him back up the track, and Martel's still on that low line, so...
I mean, he didn't even lose that much time.
Yeah, but Stefan Martel, complete 360 degrees, just kind of slapped that right rear off the wall to keep it straight. And he just regains the position, too. I mean, I don't even think... You don't even claim the caution on him, really, because it wasn't his... He was not at fault for the incident, so he's really... He kind of just walks away with a solid situation here.
That is the best driving I've ever seen.
That was fantastic to see. You love to see that.
You'll love to see it. 2 tires here? If you just took 4, would you take 2?
If you just took 4, you could. If you just took 2, you're definitely taking 4.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this shuffles out. I think some of these guys, if they really want to, they could make that strategy play, especially since, you know, we only have a little over 20 laps to go here. But these guys that took 2, they kind of have to commit to taking 4. And might have spoken too soon, because here comes Josh Boyer.
He took 4 last time, so he'll take 2.
He took 4 last time, so he took 2. So Josh Boyer, first off pit road. Let's see, there's a log jam back
pretty much
here.
Everyone else took 4, I would believe, with the way everyone's coming out. That's not good if you're Josh Boyer. You're a little scared now, because I would be under the impression that, you know, more people would take...
He's going to have that clean air on the nose. We didn't have as long as a run at the time before when those guys took 2 tires, so they're fresher. And we've seen that the right side tires really seem to matter the most. You can make those 2 tires work, so might not be the worst situation for Josh Boyer here if he can stay in that clean air. But the problem is, Fugate's been one of the fastest trucks on track all night, and it's going to be hard to hold him off.
Was he coming back to pit road? Oh
no.
My goodness, he heard us in the booth and he said, wow, they're so right, I don't want to die. Unless these lap trucks are these guys that have stayed out are just gonna stay out. Ricky, this is just, things just got a little interesting. Hey, Cody and Herman Reese rather has fallen out of the server once again. He has retired. So 3 guys retired out of the night: Herman Reese, Pushrod, and DJ Hinsky. Where's Weston running right now? Let's see. About 22nd, 21st, would you say?
I would say.
Okay. Look at my
Possibly.
good guesstimate skills. Should be coming across the screen here in just a second. I always like to answer the questions, you know? So Fenkel gonna come down pit road. MT Johnson gonna stay out. Weston is in 24th. All right, so this is the strategy call for this 06 team. They haven't had the track position throughout the night. They said, all right, let's go take it. Race truck lights are off. MT Johnson, Jeff Fugate, Jeff Stekenis, Jeff Rogers. Oh, Jeff, and Jeff. You know who I'm rooting for?
So many Jeffs.
It's the Jeff, and Jeff show. You know who I'm rooting for, Ricky? It's Jeff. And Keith McLean in 5th, 6th. It's the 54 Monjon, then Brown in the 86. In 7th. 8th, it's Duke Sorensen, and then 9th, Tyler Stallhood, rounding out your top 10, Mark DeSenza rebounding after a speeding penalty a few cautions ago. Good rebound for that 33 team.
Yeah, great rebound.
It's hard to pass here. All right, that's why you see this strategy call for the 06 MT Johnson. I want to see how he hangs on these 4 old tires.
We'll see. This one's going to be crazy here. MT Johnson going to lead him back. Fugate in 2nd, Jeff Stekenis in 3rd, for Jeff Rogers in 4th, and Keith McLean in that 5th spot. That'll be a top 5 here on this restart. We'll see what happens, but MT Johnson with a big strategy play.
Big strategy play. Let's see how it plays out, Ricky. MT Johnson down in the restart zone, leads them back to green once again here at Kansas.
Had a really big gap there on the 9 of Fugate, so that's going to help him a little bit. Alex Stallhood already to the outside of the 859 of Duke Sorensen. Getting him set up here for a pass coming off the turn down the straightaway, so give that position to Stallhood, it looks like.
Sorensen gonna hang tough on the inside. Nope, never mind. Gets back down in line. Stallhood trying to make a push to the front. Jeff Rogers.
Jeff Stekenis to the inside of Fugate for 2nd.
And they're coming up on this 06, and they're both quite a bit faster. Are they gonna split them, Ricky?
Here comes Stekenis to the inside. Yes, they will. I think. They're not going to even get there.
They're still side by side for 2nd. Now side by side for the lead. Jeff Stekenis makes the pass. Jeff Fugate trying to take over 2nd, and he does.
And
contact!
He gets the 91 all around. Big wreck here on the back straightaway.
3 trucks involved, down in the grass, out of everyone's way. It's going to bring out a caution, and that's a couple contenders taken out.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, cautions breed cautions, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say. And Jeff Rogers, off the track. That is a absolute shame. That 91 truck so fast tonight.
He went spinning like a top.
Yeah, you can see there. MT Johnson way up the track here. I think he's trying to keep it from getting into the wall there, trying to keep a line. I think Fugate is trying to move up. And I think, again, just 2 guys kind of going for the same real estate there. And, get together. Very hard. It's MT Johnson. Hard to that outside wall. There's nothing he can do. He's just along for the ride there. Comes all the way across the track, gets a 91 Rogers, collects Keith McLean with him. And just spinning all around the track there. And I don't think there was a ton of damage to Rogers' truck, but I think he was just tagged out. Tagged out for the evening. Very unfortunate for those 3.
The helicopter cam. Yeah, 9 comes up. And that's just coming off the corner. 2, like you said, 2 guys going for the same piece of real estate.
It's such a tricky deal there because if you're on the bottom, you're trying to kind of get as much speed out of that turn as you can. So you kind of have to come up the track, but if you're up top, you have to pull to the bottom because otherwise you get into the wall. It's a tough situation. We've seen it a few times here tonight, but just 2 guys going for the same real estate there. So, when we come back here, it looks like we're going to have Jeff Stekenis. Owen came down pit road with the exception of MT Johnson, Gary Jackson, Rod Weston, Keith McLean, Rob Heath. Everyone else stays out.
Just with that one exception that
just with that one exception. I'm good at counting. That's clearly one person. But
You didn't
with the
say
exception
one.
of those guys.
You
Yeah,
didn't-
with the exception
but
of those guys.
Again, if we're talking about vocabulary and what words imply, exception implies one or very few. Ricky. Like what a professor in a university class. Oh, well, I don't make exceptions because then I have to make it for all. Well, then it's no longer an exception now, is it? So, you're wrong. Technically, grammatically. Teaching the kiddos grammar here on JTN on a Sunday night. 23 people tuning in. Thank you guys so much for doing so. If you haven't already, hit that like button on the video. Let's try to get it up to 15. I think that's a healthy goal to try to get it to. And make sure, if you haven't already, you're subscribed to us here on JTN. That's the best way to keep up to date with all these live broadcasts. Here's our upcoming races. On Thursday, May the 6th, the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series returns to JTN from the Darlington Raceway, 9:05 p.m. Eastern there. Then Ricky and I will also, Ricky and I are pretty much in the booth for a lot of these on your upcoming races. USORL Cup Series from Talladega, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time next Saturday night, opening the round of 10. All-Star Racing Trucks head to Las Vegas next Monday, May the 10th. Then, Wednesday, May 12th, it's Silver Bullets B-Day Bash with the Bomb Squad Racing Trucks from Dover, 9:05 p.m. Eastern there. And then the Bomb Squad Cup Series, also at Dover, on Thursday, May the 13th, 9:05 p.m. Eastern. All those upcoming races on JTN Live, only on JTN, presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. Together, we're better. I'm so good at these ad reads, I don't even need to write them out. That's why they always sound so fantastic.
They do sound fantastic. And it's going to be a busy week for us here. Busy next few weeks.
Busy month for us here on JTN. Right now, I believe this is the most booked month.
Yeah,
ever.
that's great to hear.
Which is,
a lot of racing action for everyone watching here.
And we couldn't do it without the fans at home. And when we say that, you know, a lot of times you hear people, oh, well, we couldn't do it without the fans. Well, really, we couldn't do this without you guys. And we appreciate you guys tuning in every single time we're broadcasting live here on JTN on this little YouTube platform. And, man, it means the world to me that so many people have come out and support us. I would have never dreamed a year ago, Ricky, that we would be sitting here here at HOBO Racing Trucks on a Sunday night, talking about some fantastic racing, and, you know, over 20 people watching. I would have never believed you if you said that. And we're gonna keep pushing, guys. We're gonna keep getting better, and we can't do that without you. And we appreciate you, the fans, so much.
You'll love to see it.
You love to see it. Jeff Sakanis loves what he's seeing out front. He's gonna have a clear racetrack once this pace truck makes its way down pit road. Jeff Fugate, Andre Mongeon, Daryl Brown, and Tyler Stallhood, your top five.
Gonna be a great race here, Joe, for the finish. These fans should be getting quite a treat here, because we're going to be going green with about
14 to go.
15 laps to go. 14 to go.
Don't worry,
So
Ricky.
this one should be a wild one. It's already gotten pretty wild here. We've gotten a few front runners taken out of this. Can any of them come back, or the one that's still there? I know the 28's still on track, but how much damage does he have? Can the 06 come back? We'll see. Pace looks off. Jeff Sakanis is going to lead him back.
Sakanis with control on the restart, down into the restart. Mike goes zone. We go. Green flag once again here at Kansas.
See, Tyler Stallhood gets a great run on Daryl Brown here. It's going to go to the outside coming into turn one. It's set up for the pass here, and we'll see if he can get that run coming off at turn two. It looks like he's just a little too high. Stallhood just barely keeps it out of the wall there.
And he'll lose some momentum. Mongeon all over the back bumper. Jeff Fugate for second.
Comes Fugate. He's right on that back bumper. Just to Kennis. Through the field right now. It's a pretty even spread right now of guys racing. Garrett Jackson back in 28th, the inside of Richard Finkel. So there's a battle. But Jackson takes it.
Look now, Mark DeSenza, he's up into the 7th spot. He's trying to find a way around this 59. Is Sorensen trying to find his way around Stallhood, and Stallhood trying to find a way around Brown. Brown trying to find a way around Mongeon. But right now, the guy has found a way around the guy in front of him with Jeff Fugate down to the inside.
We'll see if he can make this pass here. Stakowski's got to throw it in deep into the turn. Can he use that high line here to kind of get that run coming off? Fugate's going to wash up the track a little bit. He's going to hang on side by side here down the back straightaway.
Okay, to the inside. Monjon going to push Kennis. Brown going to look to the inside of Monjon for third. Move Jeff Fugate to the lead. Stakenis is going to lose it. Now Monjon!
Oh, they touch!
It's getting I would say it's getting a little more hectic up here at the front, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a little more hectic. Talking about hectic, look at Tyler Stoller there. They're throwing around Daryl Brown on the outside there, coming down the back straightaway, or the front straightaway, I should say. He's going to try to power one by. He's got Mark DeSenza behind him. He's going to have the draft here. So let's see if he can make that pass coming through turn 3 here.
It's hard to...
Not yet, not yet, not yet. And
oh,
he's
Brown tight through the center.
Him, but DeSenza's going to have an issue right behind him with Daryl Brown, and he cleared... Oh, they touch a little bit.
There's a lot going on there, Ricky. This is our TWB 10 to go from our friends at TWB. Head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com for all your outdoor lighting needs, from porches to patios to more. GardenLightsDirect.com has you covered. That's GARDENLIGHTS, DIRECT.com, GardenLightsDirect.com. On behalf of our friends at TWB, together we're better here on your TWB 10 to go. Our buddy Tommy...
Mark DeSenza got that wall a little bit. Sorry, I cut you off at the last second.
Well, you know.
Sorry, I thought I timed that right. What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just saying it was Tommy's favorite segment, and you cut it off.
Sorry. I was trying to seamlessly roll back in after the together we were better, because 33 tagged the wall a little bit, so actually lost some ground on Daryl Brown here. It's just starting to make it back up right now.
Together, you're not better with the wall.
Yeah.
Working lap 86 right now.
Just to Kenneth getting back to this back bumper. Fugate has a great run here down the front straightaway. Is it going to be enough to start sizing Fugate up for this pass? I don't know if he's got it just yet, but he's going to be here coming into turn 1.
Lap 87 closing in on the end of this one. The battle for the lead is heating up between Jeff Fugate, Jeff Stakenis, and Andre Monjon there in third. He's keeping himself in it right now in case these two make contact, or heck, these two get stalled out side by side. Tyler, he's gonna be... Tyler, oh my goodness. Ricky, I said stall. That's why. But if they get side by side, or we get some stalling out here, that Stallhood might be able to bring the rest of the top 10 with him. He's sitting there in 4th right now as they've kind of lost some time to these 3 leaders.
Stallhood actually dropped back to 6th. I think he caught the wall a little bit last time by off turn 2. Lost ground to Daryl Brown and Mark DeSenza there. So those guys leapfrog him here. There's a big wad right behind these guys for 10th. Andre Rayumin to the outside wall. Loses a ton of speed here in that 10th spot. It looks like he's fallen back actually to 14th, 13th.
Oh. Further back here, Cody and Josh Boyer.
Oh, we have a caution.
Making a pass at the line. We got a yellow, and Ricky, I think this is going to be the shoot. It means it's a shootout to the end here.
Is this going to be the end of the race, though?
It shouldn't be. Oh, Roger Nebelsack spins Ricky Bumbalo.
Oh, no. Let's see if Fugate's coming off turn 4 here. He's going to take it to the line. 5 laps to go. We'll see. How long have our caution laps been so far?
They've been like 3 or 4.
5 laps to go here as they take the yellow. Will this be the race?
I don't know. All right, let's see if we can't figure out what this caution is for. 28. I don't know. There's a lot that went down here, isn't there? Let's see.
Yeah, it looks like Nebelsack came up on Bumbalo quick here, coming off at turn 2. Gets onto his back bumper, really trying to push him down the straightaway, and just they go inside of each other. So
caution's going to be Larry D. Josh Boyer making some contact here, coming off the corner. Boyer just comes up, gets tight on exit, hits the 188. He goes for a spin. So that's the caution here. Weston goes through the grass to avoid it. Then these guys up here, they're still racing for position. Trying to race back. Roger Nebelsack all over the back bumper. Ricky Bumbalo sends Bumbalo for a spin. Bumbalo around. Everyone's slowing down to make sure they don't hit anything. Then Keith McLean slowing down for it. He spins it out. There's a lot that happened there.
A lot that happened, but the one thing that's standing true right now is that we're under caution. We'll have to see if this goes back green. We're at 4 laps to go. Just cross the line there. We have a lap down truck with a 73 of Herman Reese if he's still on track.
He is not.
He's not, but it might still be registering him as a lap down vehicle. That might... We've probably already been seeing it if he's not on track right now. What's the tacked on lap is. But we'll have to see. This is going to be close.
Well, if you're Jeff Fugate, you're like, nah, we're good. I'm good.
I don't know. Jeff Stakanis gets a good shot here on this restart. That could be all she wrote. Through this field right now. Give a big tip of the cap to Darrell Brown, though. Hanging on that 4th spot in the 86 truck.
Oh, great. He was awesome last week at Hattiesburg. Awesome here tonight at Kansas. Kind of sneaking up into this top 5 later on in the race. Doing a great job. Tyler Stallhood first start up inside the top 10. Yeah,
Tyler Stallhood, rookie. Started pretty far back on the field tonight. Kind of was stuck back there for a lot of the night. Took that 2-tire gamble, and it really, I guess, came down to track position because that 15 truck never really left the top 10 after that.
Ricky Bumblow, Ryan Johnson running 7th or 8th and 9th.
The line again here, 3 to go. Lights are still on the pace truck.
You need him to go out next time if we're going to go back green.
We'll give this a look. This might be it here, folks. Fugate might have this if those lights don't go out when they cross the line again.
You ever just get really scared? That's what happened with that 9 crew down there. They've done all they can, right? You're not bringing the truck to pit road. You're just telling your driver, hey, you got what you got. You got to go to peace, right? That 9 of Fugate's been fantastic tonight. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's going to be crazy here, Joe. We'll see what happens if there is a 1-lap shootout.
Crazy. A lot will happen, let me tell you. A lot will happen. A lot will happen, folks.
That's going to be even crazier because it's going to be a 1-lap. If it's a 1-lapper, that's only going to be like... If it's a 1-lapper, then they're not even going to be up to speed until they get off of turn 4.
And it's on, man. It's on. Let's see. Coming to the line this time. 2 laps to go.
We'll see. Here we come. Coming to the line. So much suspense for 60 miles an hour. The lights are out on the pace truck. We are going to have a 1-lap shootout. This is not a green-white checkered. This is a green and white checkered, which is what they use for stage flags now, so I can't say that. So this is a...
green flag and white flag together. They're going to see... They're going to see the white flag, right? And this is always an important thing that I don't think it's talked about enough in these situations. You're going to see the white flag first. You don't go on the white flag. You go on the green flag.
Yep.
So, tricky situation for these drivers to make sure that they don't make a pass before the start-finish line that they shouldn't be making, as well as staying in line until we get down into the corner. I think the gloves might be off, though, Ricky. The gloves might be off.
Yeah, hang on to your seats, folks. If you got the edge of your seat, just use that. You don't need the whole seat here. You only need the edge. Fugate's going to lead him back here. Justin Cass in 2nd. Andre Montion in 3rd. Darrell Brown in 4th. Mark DeSenza in 5th. Going to be a mad dash for this win. Can Jeff Stakanis pull it off? He's had short run speed. Has cooling the tires down helped him?
We'll have to see. Fugate with control. Pace truck's going to make the hard left turn down the pit lane. And we're going to go back green flag with 1 lap to go in this one. Fugate with control into the restart zone. One final time, away we go. Here from Kansas, white flag in the air, 1 final time.
AC Justin Canis got a great jump there. He's going to go for it. Getting a push around Jim Monchion. He's looking to the inside. Can't do it just then. Tyler Stallhood all the way up the track trying to make a pass on Mark DeSenza for 5th.
Darrell Brown to the inside of Monjon for 3rd. It's going to be a drag race down the back straight away for that position. Side by side, wheel to wheel.
Justin Canis has got 1 shot here. He's got to throw it in. He's got to throw it in deep. Can he pull it off here? He's going to get really close to that 9, but I don't think he's got enough here, Joe.
I don't think he's got enough either, Ricky. Coming to the line this time. Jeff Fugate going to win it here at Kansas in a photo finish for 3rd. Give it to Monjon. Wow, wow, wow. How did we not bend the field there?
Now they're bidding. Hit that white flag, but Jeff Fugate, that 9 truck, what a fast piece he had tonight.
Oh, we're still bidding it. A lot of sheet metal for these fans at Kansas. Jeff Fugate gonna bring it around to the start-finish line in front of the sold-out grandstands here at Kansas, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna talk with hopefully with our top 3 drivers after this one. But burn it down, Mr. Jeff Fugate.
Burn it down, Mr. Jeff Fugate.
I love a Dodge in victory lane, man.
You love to see it. I've said that so many times tonight, but you love to see it.
Park it there. At the start-finish line. What a picture.
He knew what he was doing there. He was like, I need to set this up for the victory photos.
Get the Kansas Speedway right in the background. We're going to move on to our post-race coverage. We'll talk with our podium finishers. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. It was a fantastic race here tonight, Ricky, and, well, the fans got a fantastic show.
Man, they did. What a fantastic finish this was.
Wait for our drivers to get down into the waiting room. We'll get you the finishing results. Just a second. Get that first. Always, Ricky doesn't like interviewing people, so I can't do things at home. I apologize.
Ow.
Not to you. You knew that, though. I wanted everyone at home to know that.
I'm not saying I hate you. I'm just saying I hate you.
Not saying I hate you, but I very much dislike you. How many trucks?
Is staggering.
How many trucks were in the field tonight?
34. I believe.
Man, I have to. I don't know if we're going to all fit on the same page. Try. We're gonna do We're gonna do our best. All right. These results here. All right, we're gonna bring them in just a second, so I know if they're watching this replay. I'm working on it. I want this graphic to not look terrible. And they always do, don't they, here on JTN? Gotta love it when you put yourself down. You know, it really makes you relatable. All right, get this graphic on the screen so I can focus on the interviews that Ricky won't help me with. All right, here we go. We're going to start third place finisher Andre Monjan. It looks like he has left the building. A fantastic finish for the 54 team. We're going to start by talking with our second place finisher tonight, driver of the number 31 Chevrolet Silverado, Mr. Jeff Stekenis out of Michigan. Jeff, you got a copy?
Got a copy.
Hey, buddy, man, that battle between you and Jeff. It was the Jeff and Jeff show, and you know me, I was rooting for Jeff to get the victory.
Right.
I was going to be right no matter what.
No
right?
matter what, yeah. At one point, there was 3 Jeffs up front.
Dude, oh my goodness, that would be way too confusing. Too much Jeff! But let me be serious for a second, because you had a very serious, fantastic race in that 31. Let's tire wear. It seemed like there were some guys that were really good at the end of the run. There were guys that really were pushing at the start of the run. Where did you feel your strengths were tonight?
You've seen me go back a little bit down at 5th and 6th and stuff. I was kind of trying to conserve tires, conserve fuel a bit, seeing if I could do it on, if we went on a long run, I could do it on 2 pit stops. But, of course, that didn't work out, but worked out fine. But
hey, it worked out fine. Second place finish. Talk about how hard was it to make passes here tonight? Because we always saw the guy on the bottom maybe struggled a little bit more than the guy up top. The guy up top sometimes, as the run went on, it really got hard because then you got to worry about the guy on the bottom getting tight through the center. How did you have to set up your passes tonight?
Setting up passes was either coming out of 4 or coming out of 2, and it seems like I could get a massive run going into 1, but 3 and 4 were just kind of killing me. I wasn't as good as some of those guys who are driving 3 and 4.
I was going to say, it looked like 1 and 2, and correct me if I'm wrong, 1 and 2 maybe had the groove was maybe a half lane, maybe to a whole lane higher, where it was really good, where 3 and 4 it looked like the groove was really good on the bottom. Do you think that sounds correct? Or
Yeah, there was a second groove on 3 and 4 there, but you had to hit it just right and kind of wade into it, go from bottom to kind of mid, but it was pretty much on the bottom on 3 and 4. That's where everybody was running it.
look at me, I'm providing. See, this is why I'm a professional broadcaster, Jeff. I read your mind throughout the race and all that information you were getting.
You knew exactly where to go.
But Jeff, fantastic race, led 7 laps, so got the bonus points there. You were one of our top contenders throughout the night. A great run for you and the 31 team. Before we let you go, again, congratulations on the second place finish. Now's the time. You know the deal. Sponsors,
Gotcha.
family, whoever you got, thank them.
Oh, I'd like to shout out to my kids and my mom that are watching tonight. And these guys that I race with are a bunch of really good guys to run with. My teammates, we trade setups for Tuesdays and stuff like that and have a good time. And those guys, we call ourselves the 4 horsemen, and it seems like we're 1, 2, 3, and 4 some weeks, but those guys, they have some great setups for Tuesdays also. But HOBO Racing, all the admins, all the guys I race with, it's great place to race. Great place to race.
I got a follow-up question to that. Is the 4 horsemen, what is that a reference to?
The same guys in the NWA wrestling.
Okay, that's what I thought. Good on ya.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite out of them?
Oh, it's got to be Flair. I mean,
I hate Flair. He's good. Like
who did you like?
I didn't like any of them.
Oh, okay.
Arn Anderson, if I had to pick.
Okay.
He's like, that's the guy I hate too.
No, he wasn't so bad.
Flair's good. Dirtiest player in the game. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And Jeff,
Right.
Man, you just had to beat one more man to be the man tonight. Again, congratulations.
Yeah, that's okay. He's my teammate, so I did pass him earlier, but man, he got a whale of a run on me, and I could never get it back. So he was the better man tonight.
He got you tonight. I'm sure you're going to get him down the road, Jeff. Congratulations on the second place finish, and good luck next week with these trucks. Fantastic season so far for you in the 31. Hope it continues on.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, the Kenish, driver of the number 31 Silverado, will now move on to other Jeff Fugate, our winner tonight. Jeff, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, that's Sundrop Ram. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Right, it's Sundrop.
Yes.
Okay, I'm always scared I'm going to say the wrong Sun Soda, and I don't want to make your sponsors drop you. I don't want to make them mad because you also got Dodge on the side, and that's the best brand out there, folks. As evidenced by you tonight, you won the race in dominating fashion. That's got to feel really good.
Oh yeah, it was tonight was our night. Get on the pole, lead the most laps, win the race. That was awesome.
When you lost the lead a couple times tonight, is that it seemed like though you can sometimes tell when guys panic behind the wheel, right? You can see they're making more crazy moves. They're going high, low, and they're just all over the place. But you seemed really set, and I'm just going to take my time. I'm just going to follow this guy, and I'm going to figure out where I can pass him. What goes into that, kind of keeping that calm demeanor when you lose that track position?
Well, yeah, you gotta don't overdrive save the tires. There'll be another chance. The other good thing is when you set on the pole here, you got that number 1 pit box, and when pit stops come around, it's hard to beat that one out if you're pitting up front. So I knew getting the lead back out of the pits or moving up a spot that's pit box is very helpful for that too.
That pit box was fantastic tonight. So it's fixed setup, obviously. How you won the pole and now you won the race. Is there, and especially did that pole lap help you with that 1 lap shootout at the end?
Yeah, I mean, the track was, this track's a little tricky. It's pretty tight setup, but you could get it loose. I don't know. There's a couple times, actually, once or twice on restarts, I actually even heard my tires squalling in the back like it was trying to break loose. Had me worried a little bit there. It is like it's trying to step out, which is kind of crazy here, but yeah, it can come around on you if you're not careful.
I was going to say that would be terrifying, especially because you were up front throughout the night. Well, Jeff, you were the best Jeff tonight. If this was like what was it? I think it was like the Josh fight where a guy got a bunch of Joshes together. They met in the field and duked it out to see who got to keep the name. Well, I believe you're going to get to keep the name Jeff. That was a terrible joke, and I apologize to you for making you a part of that. But fantastic run tonight. Led the most laps. Dominated the whole race weekend, whole night after winning the pole as well, Jeff. Before we let you go, all the sponsors, all the family, whoever you got to thank, floor is yours.
Yeah, well, thank you guys coming out and broadcasting this. JTN, we like these races. It's always fun. Steve and Dan Rubino putting up with us all, keeping this thing going. Jeff, Keith, and Herman. I know Herman had problems tonight and wasn't able to finish, but we raced hard, and Jeff raced me hard. I raced him hard. So it was a lot of fun, and getting the Dodge up there in the winner's circle. I think it's our first win in the Truck Series this year. We had kind of rough start, but things turning around hopefully, and sure was fun.
It was fun watching you out there, Jeff. Congratulations once again on the victory, and let's keep that momentum rolling in these trucks. Love to see that number 9 Dodge up front. Jeff Fugate, driver of the number 9 Dodge, like I just said. Congratulations again, buddy.
Thanks a lot.
And Ricky, that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight on JTN. What a fantastic race at Kansas.
Man, what a fantastic race it was. I said it wasn't going to disappoint. And man, it did not disappoint tonight. A lot of great racing, a lot of tight racing, and a 1-lap mad dash to the finish. It doesn't get much better than that.
Doesn't get much better than that. Well, maybe a 2-lap mad dash to the finish.
Maybe.
2 might be better than 1.
Yeah, you always leave room there for other stuff, but I think it was a good finish. I enjoyed it.
It was a fantastic race, folks. And to catch all the racing action here on JTN, you got to make sure you're subscribed. Hit the little notification bell to get notified anytime we go live here. Can't thank you guys enough for all the support tonight. Had excellent numbers, as always, here with HOBO Racing on the Sunday night with the Truck Series, and we appreciate you guys so much. If you want to see more of us, again, subscribe. We'll be back live next time, Thursday night, the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from the Darlington Speedway. That'll be another track where tire management will definitely be the key. And it'll be Ricky and I on the call once again there. And speaking of Ricky, thanks to Ricky Collette for Bristol, our producer. I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time, all, of course, live here on JTN. Have a fantastic start to your week, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh,
and Maverick!
they're wide!
Who did that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Comes Musa. Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's going to use that apron.
He's gonna use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. So Musa gets it.